William K. MURTWITNESSONE, and this is a Thursday edition of my Mobile-thon. And today we are going to talk about Randi. Now, Randi is an interesting character. She is a reclusive housewife who lives in the woods somewhere in Minnesota, and who seems to be quite interested in me. She is certainly interested in my financial well-being, and she is extremely interested in what the inside of my mobile home looks like. For she asked me both on Facebook and on my channel to let people see the inside of my house. And yet she goes on my channel and asks all kinds of things. Says all kinds of things. She's there like clockwork. The minute I show up on a live stream, she's right there, asking about my mobile home, saying that I should go to work for Walmart, asking about some guy's underwear. Now, I find that one priceless. Why would somebody go into a open forum on the internet and ask about a complete stranger's underwear? It kind of makes me wonder if she doesn't go around her neighborhood and steal men's underwear so she can smell it. I mean, why would she be interested in somebody's underwear? Why would she be interested in whether or not someone had part of their college tuition paid for? I mean, why is that information so important? Why is Randi interested in whether or not somebody's college tuition is paid for? I mean, what's the importance of that? She never explains why it is so important to know why someone had their college tuition paid for. Randi does a lot of interesting things on the internet, and a lot of it is centered around me. She is constantly talking about me, saying things about me over and over and over again. And she's been doing this for several years, ever since she got associated with Timmy Hoffa. She's looked up my financial situation. She's looked up my address. She's put up pictures of my mobile home, the outside. And since she's a real estate broker, I'm sure she could search and get pictures of the inside of my mobile home because it was listed at one time. And the interior is virtually unchanged from the day it was listed. So she could go and find pictures of my mobile home. But she wants me in my webcast to do it. Not going to happen. I don't care how many times she asks. I am not showing the inside of my mobile home simply because she wants to see the inside of my mobile home. There's nothing to see. It's a 30-year-old mobile home with 30-year-old furniture, 30-year-old paneling. I don't have the money to go out and buy new furniture. I cannot get a job, and she knows damn well I cannot get a job because she's responsible for me not getting a job. Her and Timmy Hoffa. They go out of their way to make sure I don't get a job. Someone calls around and advises people not to hire me. Now, Randi declares I should get a job at Walmart. Let's use this for an example. Now, Walmart is a public company, not publicly traded because it's a privately owned company, but it's public in that it serves the public. They have the general public come into their stores and they shop and they interact with employees of the store. And because of that, and because their employees might handle money, material, or other things, they do extensive background checks on any prospective employee, even if it's a guy that is a janitor, cashier, warehouse worker, or what have you. They thoroughly check you out. And guess what? Walmart has done precisely that. See, I put in job applications at Walmart. I put it in at Sam's Club, and I put it in at the Walmart across the street. There's a Walmart 4 miles from my house. But they will not hire me. A personal friend of mine works there. And she told me, we cannot hire you. She was in a position to get me hired. But she said, we cannot hire you. And she showed me a printed out copy of Timmy Hoffa's blog, where he wrote that I'm a pedophile. And he put up this Channel 6 video. And he put up the fake video or chat, or whatever the hell it is, accusing me of writing it. Has this blog out there accusing me of raping children for the fun of it and stuff like that. Walmart's not going to hire somebody like that. They're not going to hire someone that has a blog being written about them where they accuse somebody of that. They don't care if I'm innocent or not. The person I talked to at Walmart has known me for years. We're very close friends. She knows I'm innocent. She knows all about what's going on the internet. But she says she cannot hire me. Bentonville won't allow it. And I called out to Bentonville. And I explained the situation to them. I explained my qualifications. I have management experience. I've run my own business. All of it. And they say because of what's on Timmy Hoffa's blog, we cannot hire you. We have our reputation to protect. It doesn't matter if you're innocent or not. We cannot have this kind of controversy. There are calls to boycott places because of political affiliations, because of most recently the conduct of people at the Capitol, and all sorts of things. And we just can't afford the headache. We've got a business to run. I mean, we just simply cannot hire you. You know, Florida is a right to hire state. You know, you can't. It's one of the reasons that Walmart will not have a union in there, because workers won't have the kind of protection against the slander campaigns that I find myself in the middle of. And Randi knows this. She's no fool. She runs a business, or claims to. She's in the real estate business, and she knows full well that because of her actions and the actions of her whatever he is at the Timmy Hoffa blog, I cannot go to work for Walmart. It's that simple. So I don't know why she continues to lie about this. I don't know why she continues to insist that I go to work for a company that will not hire me. But you see, this is a lie on Randi's part because she already knows this. But she's doing it to cover up the fact that she knows this. I have told her 100 times. I've told her for at least 2 years now, and I've told her associate for over a decade. If you were to remove the stuff from the internet that you have written about me and tell people that I am innocent of all the accusations that you have made against me, that maybe, just maybe, someone out there would give this 70-year-old man a job. But you will not do it. Instead, you continue with the defamation and the slander, knowing full well that I do not have the financial resources to hold you accountable, and that the only choice I have is my YouTube channel and my Twitter channel and my Facebook channel to try and defend what's left of my reputation, which is a futile effort at the least. So you might as well quit the fantasy, because if you are concerned about my financial well-being and you are as wealthy as you say you are, you can start sending me regular checks. You know my address. You know my email. You can send me money on my PayPal account. Anybody can send me money on the PayPal account. I'm going to restart my Patreon account. So if you, Randy, are that concerned over my financial well-being, start shelling out some of that cold hard cash that you make. That since you're a wealthy, powerful real estate broker, and you have this close connection to the former president of the United States, and you have all this resources, you certainly could afford to send me a few $100 a week to pay me for the financial disaster that you have caused me. Put your money where your mouth is, Randy. You're the one that's this concerned about my financial well-being. Well, open up your wallet, start shelling out. I remember that little Bible quote that you put up on Facebook. Matthew. Go back and read that verse. And then go ahead. Start sending me the money, since you're so concerned about my financial well-being. You post about it on Facebook. You come in my live streams on Saturday and you put it there. Because I do live in a 30-year-old mobile home without air conditioning. It's going to get quite hot here. And that means that I'm going to be hibernating in my bedroom again. Because I got a little tiny portable air conditioner in my bedroom that somebody gave me. So at least I've got air conditioning in the bedroom. But that's it. I can't use 3/4 of the trailer because there's no air conditioning. And mobile homes are notorious for having poor ventilation. It's not like the old days in Florida where you could put up your Jello-Ease windows and have cross ventilation. Doesn't happen. So I have to contend either with going outdoors or going in the bedroom. And so there you go. On that subject, you're that concerned about my financial well-being and my living conditions. Dole out that money. Some of that $700,000 you people are alleged to be making on a one-time, 1-month earnings report on social media. That's what Margaritaville says. And if you're making that kind of money, $1,000 a month ain't going to be a dent in your pocketbook. I mean, you were alleged to have sent Cindy Abzug $5,000 in order for her to go on her little sightseeing trip. That's the allegation out there. If you can afford to send Cindy Abzug $5,000 multiple times, kick some of that my way. It'll cost that amount of money to fix the central air conditioning in this trailer, although I can't afford to run it. When the central air conditioning was running, it was costing me $400 a month. These things aren't cheap to run. So even if the damn thing was fixed, I couldn't run it because I ain't got $400 a month. It's costing me $200 a month for utilities without even an air conditioner. Electricity is expensive in Florida. You're supposed to have property down here. So, You know, and don't accuse me of begging. You're the one that wants me to get a job. And you're the one causing me not to get a job. So I'm saying, if you're that concerned, as you have written on Facebook, right here on this very post, then you should be able to send me the money. I mean, you paid for a guy's transmission, allegedly. You allegedly bought the guy a $12,000 car. You allegedly pay his living expenses. So you could take somebody else under your wing. Because there's a possibility your friend may not even be alive. Which brings me to my next subject. Ever since it came clear that Timmy Hoffa disappeared from the internet, there's been a question about his current status as a living being on this planet. Is this man dead or is this man alive? An increasing number of people have a strong feeling that he's deceased. And we, several people, me included, have asked for a proof of life. And the only thing we got was a still picture of someone with a text message plastered on the face. And we're supposed to believe that this is the missing Timmy Hoffa. Now, I'm sorry, Randy. People just are not that stupid. Now, there's been movies made, there's been news reports made about how you go about doing a proof of life. And you don't do it by having some guy stand up against a wall and plaster a text message across his face. That is not a proof of life. What it is an attempt to deceive. And it's an attempt to deceive that is not working. Because I keep getting information that indicates to me that there is no life to prove. That Timmy Hoffa is no longer among the living. Now, I'm going to be doing another video. A short one. To address this latest development. So, depending how I edit this, once I get settled where I'm going, either that video will have been put up first or this one will have been put up first. Probably the other one. So the video will be there for you to respond to. I'm going to be real interested, Randy, to see how you respond to this video. And no, it is not a threat. I'm not making any threats. What I'm doing is pointing out as to why Timmy Hoffa vanished. The possibility of why Timmy Hoffa vanished. So, anyway, that's it for now. Now I'm going to be curious to see this person who claims not to care about me and who claims that people do not care about me responds to this. Is she finally going to give a proof of life that we can all count on, or is she going to dodge the issue like she always has? And we're also going to see what happens Saturday. I will be going live on Saturday, and I will be discussing Randi and her Facebook account and all these things that she says about me. And once again, I'm going to be asking Randi some questions. Now, if Randi comes in under her Task Force username and starts asking about people's underwear and other off-topic stuff, she will be muted. So be warned, Randi. If you're going to come into my chat room, grow up and act like an adult instead of some petulant little child throwing a temper tantrum. See you Saturday. This is William K. Murtaugh, Murt Witness 1. Like, subscribe, even though Randi doesn't want you to. Share, click the notification button so you will be notified of any development that happens, including what may have happened to Timmy Hoffa. Until then, this is William K. Murtaugh, Witness One. Have a good one.